I'm like, she about to get fired today.
I say that all the time, but it don't only be true.
All right. All right, so we got Mr. Larry Reid back with us once again, okay, on our Wine with Tasha K. How are you doing today, Pastor? I'm sorry, Bishop.
Okay.
I don't know, brother.
I take all of them. I'm doing really good. I'm glad to be here with you. You know I love you, and I don't care what nobody else say about you. I love you.
Okay, I'm gonna use your word. Fuck them. Fuck them. Listen, you have coined a new term because they are literally in my app. And when they post on the community feed in my app, they don't say the F word, they say fruck. So I said, they've been over there on Larry. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They've been watching Larry.
Yeah, we're doing on fake cuss words, because a lot of people still watch me, and they very traditional and conservative Christians, but they still watch me, So I'm gonna curb some of the cuss words a little bit, and I make substitute one. So dern for damn and fruck for fuck.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I called you, one, because the wino said, Tasha, you got to get Larry back on the platform. And two, after I saw everything, I said, woo, I got to ask the source.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So yesterday, I don't know who the young lady was that was on live with you. I think she was tagged at the Atlanta pastor, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I don't know her name, and I don't want to disrespect her here. What is her name?
Her name is Pastor Genesis Warren. She's a pastor here in Atlanta.
Okay. Perfect. So shout out to Pastor Genesis Warren. Okay. And then you had Bishop Lamor Whitehead, on as well. And he was dragging the living shat. I didn't say that. I said shat. I'm trying to respect, because I know the church community going to be watching this. So I'm trying to behavior today. I wore light makeup, no cleavage. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure they respect the platform today and what I have to say and take me serious, So you obviously did your commentary, which I expected you to do, on Bishop Lamor Whitehead being robbed at what he says as gunpoint, and said that the gunman came in and took and stole $400,000 worth of cloudy diamonds, in your words. Those are not my words. You said they were cloudy diamonds. Okay. And they, according to the pastor, Whitehead, held a gun to his, I guess, 8-month-old baby's head and took the cloudy diamonds, $400,000 worth of the diamonds. Okay. And this is no shade, Pastor Whitehead. I'm just repeating what Larry has said, which was absolutely hilarious. Okay. We have seen the live stream. I'm going to show a clip of the live stream here, just to kind of refresh people as to what happened. There were some homophobic slurs thrown at you. There was some body shaming done by Mr. Pastor Whitehead to Genesis Warren. He was calling you the F word, and saying that you were a part of the LGBT community, TQ community, and that it is an abomination to God and to the kingdom. And he didn't. And the reason he said all these things to you and Genesis Warren is because you laughed and made mockery of him when he was at his most vulnerable moment and watching his kids being held at gunpoint over some cloudy diamonds.
Well, that's what he said. But the reality is we have history, and this man never really saw it for me, and I could feel it, which is the reason why I couldn't click with him. He was trying to get very close to my mentor, which is the Archbishop, America's Black Prophet of God, E. Bernard Jordan. And he was trying to get very close to him. And when I felt the energy from him that I felt, I told my mentor, this guy's no good. So I
gotta learn to say his name.
Who? Whitehead?
The Archbishop Honorable.
It
sounds like the new age Louis Farrakhan. What is going on? Honorable Elijah Muhammad. What the?
I put all these titles on him.
But damn, huh?
Yeah, I put all these titles on him, but he's just Bishop.
We just gonna call him Ark.
The Ark. Yeah. The Ark. Yeah.
From the hood. You know what I'm saying? Well, go ahead.
Yeah, the arts, you know. So when he was trying to come get close to him, I just didn't want to feel in the form. My team came in for a dinner. Him and his wife, she was pregnant at the time, was there. And so we had a conversation there. It was in that conversation is where I saw that he was mean-spirited, and I really didn't want to deal with him anymore. But me being the nice guy that I am, you know, I would answer the phone sometimes, but then after so long, I couldn't fake it no more. So I just let him call me, and I never answered. And then eventually he just stopped. So when he
wanted a relationship with you.
Many people do. I mean, and I would want a relationship with me too, but he just ain't the one. I mean, we just ain't the one. And so I never were able to click and vibe with him, you know. So when this stuff happened, I knew the power of my platform. You know, Tasha, how people try to play down our platform when everybody's watching us in Hollywood. So I said, let me put this clip up because I know it'll get viral. If he's really been robbed, somebody should be able to ID these people. So I put it up. And I just said that he was robbed. People are terrible and ruthless these days. I also made a statement that he's known for wearing flashy jewelry and driving fancy cars. Everybody talks about it. So he got live on this platform and made a reference to bloggers making that statement. I said, So I knew that he was coming for me already at the time.
He called and you answered.
Yeah, exactly. So I still wasn't going to say nothing, but Genesis Warren went live on Facebook and I was in the chat and she said, she was trying to bring me up and it wasn't working. I said, I'll just go to IG and bring you on. And so she picked up the conversation, how she felt like the robbery was fake. She talked about the decor. And so when she said something in the milk ain't clean, that just reminded me of everything concerning him. And I just started talking. I went Larry live on it. And then he came into the chat. He said he wanted to come up in the chat. And when he came in, you know, blazing. And I understand because he's sensitive right now. I understand what the media is saying. They're bringing up his past, been in jail, that 20-year sentence that he served about 5 or 6 years for fraud and scam. So all of that was coming up. He was feeling a certain kind of way.
What were the list of charges?
Identity theft. It's all online. Okay. Identity theft, wire fraud, I think it was as well, and also credit card fraud.
Oh.
Yeah, that. Oh. So, and I didn't bring any of this up. Now, mind you, Tasha, when he's coming into my live.
But you're bringing it up to 1 million people right now, so we, you know.
Yeah. Hold on, but listen to this. When he was in my live, now mind you, I know about the people in the last year, allegedly, but I got the receipts, that he took hundreds of thousands of dollars from. And I'm in this live, just going back and forth with him, letting everybody see how he was manifesting. Because I know what kind of, in fact, before he came on the live, I said he talk about homosexuals. He's da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. He came on and used the same word I said that he would use, which he fling at everybody. He fling this word, straight, gay, it don't matter. He flings that word with everybody.
The F word.
Yeah, with everybody.
Okay, we're not talking about the frock. We're talking about the agate.
F-A-G.
Agate.
Yeah. G-O-T.
Okay.
Right. So I knew, I saw what gear he was in. I knew he was going to just kill his witness and his brand. So I just let it happen. And that's basically what happened. And so then later on, I went live on my platform and discussed some of the things that I knew about in the past year. His house just got raided by the FBI 3 months ago because they're honing in on him. I give him less than a year. Somebody else said it was 2 months that's involved in it. We're going to be talking about him again because he's going to be got again.
Now, Larry, you ain't wishing nothing on the good pastor, are you?
He's not a good pastor. When you stealing money from people that's in the hospital on their sick bed and old, you dirty dog.
We're going to say allegedly on this platform, though, because, you know,
we're going to say allegedly.
I got a lot more followers than you, and he, you know, if he's great at scamming, you know, and getting cases won in his favor, like a law, then we're gonna just say allegedly for now. Okay.
We say allegedly.
I wasn't there, but you know, that's why we had to bring you in, because I know, listen, the reason he came for you, it seemed really personal. It seemed really
It
personal.
was personal. It was.
He didn't even want to talk to Miss Warren. He didn't. He was like, and you know, I'm just gonna say this for now about Miss Warren. I felt like Miss Warren was a bit she was coming from a place of ego. And you mentioned that, and you're live, not about her, but you did mention about, you know, spirits being very egotistical. And I felt like when she was like, "You know who I am, you know exactly who I am," and I'm like, "But what if he didn't really know who you were? Do you feel like he knew who she was?"
To tell you the truth, Tasha, because of what I've seen him do and what I know that he's done, I don't know. I mean, because that's the one. If someone asked me about the robbery, I said, I never thought about it being fake, you know, until I started thinking about who he is. I said, man, he really could have set this up, because he would do this kind of stuff before. I mean, he make people feel like that he's about to buy them a house because he's a real estate scam artist, and he's taking money and fake paperwork for appraisals and for closing, and then it never happened. You know, so I don't know what he would do. I don't know.
So were you really doing this in the video when he was like, "Today"? Let me just react this real quick. "I want to thank the congregation for being here today. And I want all y'all to take out your purses. Okay? We are passing the tithing bowls around right now. And when you give from love." Do you understand what I'm saying? Look to your neighbor and say love. Oh, get down. Get down. The robbers are here. Keep your purses out. Get down. Oh, you want to get down. Get down. Get down. Give them your purse. Now, Larry, did you reenact that robbery?
I just got on the floor, and let me say this, and I said this on my live.
He just got on the floor.
I am going to say this, and I say this on my live. If that really injured him, because if the situation is really true, I apologize for that. It maybe was a little bit too far, maybe, but it was hard for me in that moment to have remorse for a robber getting robbed. I'm like, it's karma. You got what you deserve because you done stole from everybody else. So it's hard for me to have so much regard for the situation. I mean, the other folk, the churches, the folk come in with guns and kill people. Ain't nobody die. You alive, nigga, I'm a joke on you. You know, so that's how I was feeling, you know.
This is getting messy. It was messy yesterday, but this is real messy. Man, winos, let me tell you, Belle's Secret BH Ultimate Collection. Doesn't matter what your hair goals are, this luxurious and protein-rich collection includes coconut milk shampoo, coconut oil conditioner, coconut moisturizing spray, and coconut hair mask. And that's mainly all you need to take your hair from dry and brittle to hydrated and healthy. Our hair is our crowns, ladies and gentlemen, and you should treat it like it is. Get your order right now by visiting bellsecret.org today. You want to learn how to drive your man or woman wild and keep them coming back? Listen, Divine Secrets will have them leaving the rivers and the lakes that you used to. It's odorless and tasteless, and they'll never know the difference and know that this is lube at all. All you gotta hope for is that you can last as long as this product. I want you to use it at your own risk, because I guarantee you they're going to be blowing up your phone and won't leave you alone now. Now, I want you to click off this video and slip on over to DivineSecretsXOXO.com to experience a product that is truly one of a kind. Don't go chasing waterfall. But I want you to chase this waterfall.
I was placed in this hospital room for high blood pressure complications. I did everything my doctors told me to do, including taking the prescribed medications, which I've been on for years, but I still ended up here. When I got out, I learned about my olive leaf, an all-natural extract that got my hypertension under control. Don't continue to drug yourself into becoming healthier. Go to myoliveleaf.biz to learn more.
In the fuck is a carbonation? Who want to answer?
Before there was a white man here, we existed.
People calling y'all a cult? They're calling y'all brainwashed. They're calling y'all weak. They're calling you crazy, delusional. You're being held against your will. You're not eating. You're malnourished. Rumors of HIV and STDs. What in the fuck is a carbonation?
Caesar. Pass. Quick, sir.
Women are electrons, we're movements. We're going to move through what his mind tells us to do. We're going to do that, and we're going to collectively know, like, okay, check.
You can become the master of your reality.
And how do you get people to follow you immediately? Master teacher. Never heard a black guy refer to himself as master teacher. And I'm thinking to myself, what warrants you to carry that title?
He was ordering you to slap the girls.
Bitch gonna take your place. You looking weak.
I went up against Oya. I'm Oshun. I went up against Oya, and I fought, and I won that battle.
So you would date a transgender?
Yeah. As long as they look like the female, not the man, not the cheap ones. You know the cheap ones? You know the cheap ones.
What's shaking up in you?
So back to where we were. Okay. Did you? So this is. I guess these are allegations that have been kind of surrounding Bishop Whitehead's brand for quite some time, and so the intention is the same, but just a different hustle.
It's a different hustle.
Okay.
I think it's a little smarter because of the time that we're living in. Yeah. It's a little bit smarter. Yeah.
It's nonprofit this time.
He's really using, and this is the truth. He's using the church preacher bishop thing to really cloak everything else that he has. These 3 and 4 businesses that you can all look up that he got about $400,000 of PPP loans for all of the businesses, during the COVID. You can research and find out who he is and what's in his name and what is not in his name. So I think this is a little bit smarter, and him using the church and religion and being a pastor and a bishop to trick people. The reason why one of these women, he got that $90,000 from, because she was sitting in the church as a member. So it's her pastor she's doing business with, so of course she's going to totally trust you. You're using your power to rip people off. To this day, you ain't gave the woman her money back. So it's just unfortunate. He's definitely using. He got right out of prison and then started that nonprofit in like a year and a half after he got out of prison. He came out a bishop. Got made a bishop in jail.
Now, Larry, let me get into this real quick, because I told you I was gonna play devil's advocate, and I know you don't like devils too much. You know what I'm saying? You cast them away. So before you throw your holy oil on me, give me a second. Let me just don't say my name, and I won't disappear first. Okay. Okay. Now, when I saw the live, I was disturbed by the live for one reason only. Okay. Miss Genesis Warren. Miss Genesis Warren. I said her name right. Okay. Yep. Yes, she did kind of, make me kind of raise my eyebrow a little bit, like, who I am, and this, and you're saying you don't know who I am, you're lying, and I'm like, he couldn't have really, maybe he didn't know who she was. So I didn't really get the point of that. But what disturbed me was it was two black men on a platform, and I felt as if it was being allowed for him to disrespect her in terms of calling her out of her name and referring to her as Biggie Smalls, or that, making assumptions that she needed to lose weight, and your head was down like this. And I was like, why was your head down during that moment? And I felt like the only person that really could have addressed him in that moment was you.
I stay in my head whenever I'm in exchanges like that. So I was thinking about, okay, Larry, how are you going to handle this? So you jump in here and really get him, like I do on my platform whenever people are coming against Black women and the LGBTQAI+ community. But what was happening was we were getting a good picture of who this guy was. Now, mind you, I've talked to his first wife, I've talked to the victims, and he has been excellent at being able to get and wiggle beside people like Eric Adams in New York and other high powerful people and connect himself, saying that 50 Cent got saved up under his ministry. But that's really funny because yesterday 50 Cent put up a spoof video about him. So I decided in that moment, I know Genesis, I know she can handle this. I've been in this situation with her before, somebody coming after her as a direct result of what has been said or shared on my platform, and I let it take place. And then I got in the situation, got in the conversation, and really at that point, I was really trying to get him to expose himself even the more. So that's the reason why I didn't jump in there.
Okay. Because to me, I was just like, dang, like she's a woman. She's obviously trying to get her point across. And I know a lot of times we as women, like, you wouldn't even have to jump in and hold me. I got it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I be telling my husband, stop, sister, I got this. You feel me?
I have seen you do that. You don't need nobody's help.
So, that's so funny when they think I'm bigger than what I am. When they see me, they be like, "You're so little." I'm like, listen, little is in the eyes of the beholder.
Yeah, that John Gray thing.
However, and so I felt like it was just ignored, and it was really a lot of abuse.
It was
going on when it came to her, and she didn't stand a chance against him verbally, and if they were in the same room physically, and I felt like the only person that could have addressed that was you. But I get that you're trying to expose who he really is, and so when it came, go ahead.
It was very clear because he was clearly upset with both of us, but he was actually softer with me than he was with her. He killed her.
And that's what I'm saying. I felt like I think you should have jumped in more on that. Like, wait a minute, we're not going to disrespect women here. Like, bringing him back to, like, if you got a beef with me, your beef is with me.
Yeah.
You don't have to do all that, calling her names and things like that. So,
yeah. After they signed off and the other YouTuber, King Jobs, came on, I mentioned that. And I said, do y'all see how he handles women? But this is how he handles women anyway.
Okay.
This is a pattern. It's
okay.
Hard.
Okay. So when he turned around and zoned in on you, and I noticed he was doing a lot of the over talking, a lot of the trying to get you, no, hold on. It was like as if he should have had that energy for the robbers, in my opinion, because ain't no way somebody gonna put a gun in my child's face and I'm gonna lay there. Like, I'm going down for mine. If you got to put 10 bullets in me, and even my husband was like, that's kind of a coward. Like, you come in the house mass gunman and you're going to put a gun in my head. You're going to have to, guess what? You're going to have to move that gun off my child and put it in me.
Yes, sir. That gives us a picture of who he is, which played into me getting down on the floor. Because here you are, he always both been from the street. He always both been extremely straight and can't stand the F word people and the LGBTQI. This is something that I experienced with him prior to this. So I already knew, and to see him quickly, they come in and he just get down on the floor. And then the guy is taking something from around your neck. That would have went totally different. I mean, just my reflex would have been totally different. But hey, it is what it is. I just think that he has a whole lot of smoke and a whole lot of talk when it comes to females. But then when it comes to males, he always tried to get close to them and get their approval, get recognition, get a piece of their power and whatever he can get from them. So he moves a certain kind of way. Because when I went back and looked at the live, he really didn't have it for me. He went at her more than he did. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I did see him turn around and load in on you. And where did he get it from that you claimed that you were part of the LGBTQ community? He said that you had admitted that you were homosexual.
No, he said that I admitted that I had nuts in my mouth. I said it on
I remember that. Okay.
I said it on my platform, and I'm not ashamed about it.
You said it on my platform. You talked about your molestation.
Tasha, I've been saying this for years, so I even said it to him in his face when he was talking about the LBG. I don't hide anything. Most men that have had the trauma I've had or the consensual sex or same-sex activities with another man are not going to tell you. We used to most men not saying that, but women would tell it. Right. But I'm the kind of nigga that will say, and I said this on my platform. And I remember the show I was doing it on, because I was talking about someone that was saying that I was thinking less of them because they was gay. I said, no, how am I going to do that with you? I said, I've had dicks in my mouth and balls in my mouth too. So when I said that, people like him, like, oh my God, especially the more the platform grows, people don't know me, so as they look more and continue to watch, they learn more and more about me. By day ones, they know about me. And so I didn't see it as a low blow. It was funny to me. But I love that he used the F word because everybody was able to see. And not only is he a scam and that he is a clout chaser, but he is also antiquated. He's using words that those of us in the public eye that got money and doing millions a year, we know we can't come at women and the LGBTQ community because those are the people that watch us and pay us. He said, you don't even have a clue of how business and all of this works. So I'm glad that he did that. And then to call me ugly, that did not matter. I don't mind getting called ugly by somebody that looked like Flavor Flav. I mean, so go do you. I ain't bothering me.
Okay. No, I get what you're saying. So do you feel like the robbers that came into the building, because what about the guy that was sitting in the back? That was sitting while he was getting robbed. He was sitting like this, and he had the program, and he was like, when the robbers came in, he didn't get down. He just was like,
no, yeah, and you hear the robbers say, "Nobody move," but you don't hear the pastor say, "Everybody get down." Although he said it, but the video you don't hear him say it. He said it off mic. No, we heard the robber off mic say, "Nobody move," but we didn't hear you say nothing about get down. You got down and bowed before the robber to give up your goods. So the man that was over in the corner, that's strange. I know you know about the church world, but that is very strange behavior. When somebody rushed the pulpit, gun or no gun, those right there to the left and to the right, those men are supposed to jump in and whip their ass. Right. So this is very, very strange. I don't understand that. I still don't have no answer for that. I don't know what that is because it's weird. And in the church, especially the storefront church, that's not how we roll. And everybody's strapped. So that right. I don't understand that. That's very strange.
Yeah. Okay. So do you feel like the robbers that did do it, allegedly rob him, do you feel like they were coming back to get what he took from them?
Now, I'm going to tell you this. I didn't even say this, but sometimes you prophetess Tasha. That's exactly what I said off camera. That's exactly what I said off camera. I said it looked like they came in there to get something that was owed to them. Okay. That's what it looked like to me.
Perfect. Who's that? Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. Well, listen, I don't want to hold you up. Will you be interviewing any of the members that were there that day? Because normally they give interviews too, but he's been the only one to give an interview.
I don't think they're going to talk publicly, but I am communicating with some of the members.
And
but
what was said?
I said again.
What was said? You give us a little bit of exclusiveness here.
Yes. Okay. I'll give you this. Okay. These members that are sitting in the pew, they're in the church for his wife because his wife is very good over the mic and great preacher and prophetess. In fact, she was raised up in my mentor's church. So she has ministry on her. They already know that he ain't no good and they there for her. So they're talking. They're talking and they're emailing and letting me know they're members, and they're emailing me from an alias email and that they are not happy and they don't know where the money comes from. They haven't seen any evidence of this church that he said he bought that's a block, that covers a block. He said it on my live.
Yeah, he said he owns a block.
They said they haven't seen that at all. And there's no evidence of it.
And you don't. And are you going to hold up your end of the bargain and donate them a new background?
I can easily do that in my sleep. It's not that expensive.
Okay.
If I wanted to, but I ain't giving him
It looked like something young Pharaoh uses. Like they just took young Pharaoh background, just put it in the bag. And he was just...
I mean, sheets and just banners. This guy drives. He has a Dawn, which is a Rolls Royce. That's about $250,000. A Culligan, depends on how he got it and what year. If it was used or secondhand, that's anywhere from $400,000 to $500,000. Then they have the Bentley Coupe. Plus, he stays in a $2 million house. And you're walking in that small lunch box of a church, a cubby hole, a rundown, raggedy place, bringing your members in there, pulling those hundreds of thousands of dollar cars in front of it and walking there with hundreds of thousands of diamonds. That is criminal. It's criminal.
Damn.
That should not be done.
Oh, we got so much today, Larry. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Well, listen, I just wanted to ask you, the source and, for you to get some context. And I know you went live yesterday. So if people are interested, they do need to check out your live because you did give a lot of good context to what happened on that live stream.
I share more here than I did over there.
Well, I appreciate that. We do. The winos are very thankful.
Yeah.
Very thankful.
I love you, Tasha.
I love you too. I told you it wasn't going to be that bad. See, I told you. I just want to,
I wasn't concerned. I was not concerned. Okay. I think I get what I think you get what you put out. And I've never brought nobody on my platform and done them a certain way. So I don't think I'll ever be done like that.
Right. Okay. Well, listen, thank you so much. With that being said, you can follow Larry Reid on every single platform: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, you name it, YouTube, Patreon. Okay. And we're going to be watching you follow up on this. So I'm going to be definitely updating our viewers. Is there anything else you want to leave us with before we sign out?
I just want to say this. Look, preachers are human and they are regular people, but I'm going to say we have a responsibility to be servants of the community. It don't matter how rich we become. We are never supposed to take our riches and be selfish and not bring up everybody around us higher. We're supposed to take what we got and what we've learned and give it to people and make people's lives better. What you see in him and other preachers like that ain't how it go. And all of us ain't like that.
Okay. That was a good message. Thank you so much. It is always a pleasure to have you here. And I'm sure we're going to have you back.
Yeah, I love you.
I love you too. And I'm going to call you in a second here because I got something I need to talk to you about. With that being said, now we got to go. Bye.